Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So I I was at the temple today because there's Ram Navami celebrations going on, and I was having a conversation, a very good conversation with a dear friend there, and we were talking about the benefits of chanting. Now, the chants that I usually do is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra chant, which is the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and I don't do as much as I want to. Of course, I think that's the story of everyone's life. But we were exchanging um, experiences of our chanting and the benefits that we have felt in our real life, in our material life, even, and in our spiritual life, based on different chants that I do. And I usually do only this one, and he does other ones as well. But it was a very good conversation. And if you don't chant, I would recommend you find a chant that works for you. Of course, I am biased, so I'm going to talk about the Mahamantra as being the best one. But whatever chant works for you, I think all of them or many of them are really powerful and really good. And it would be very beneficial to go through some chants. One of the things that I want to do in my lifetime is learn all these 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita. So that will be something that I would possibly add to my chanting along with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, okay, so based on the messages that I posted on the Indian groups of Seattle and like getting crowdsourcing information of different versions and interpretations of the Gita, I've been collating further and I've gotten to about 18 different sources. Not all of them will work out for me because some of them I can't find the book, some of them are very obscure somewhere. But I'm looking for them, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to be working on finishing the collation, which I'm almost through with, and then starting to search for those books as well. One of the books that I'm very interested in is the Sadhak Sanjeevani by Ramanujacharya ji or something like that. I've written it down, but that seems to have just incredible reviews from Amazon, and it seems to be very, very powerful. So, one book that I did find right away was a book by Swami Mukundanand, and I was looking him up, and this is what it says that he has created. A system called Jnaya Yog, which incorporates elements of Hatha Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. And so he does talk about Bhakti Yoga, which is very similar to ISKCON, and he's created a Radha Krishna temple in Texas. And so his book is online, which is amazing. The whole book is online, just like Bhagavad Gita as it is online. This one is called holybhagavadgita.org, and it's very similar to the Bhagavad Gita as it is, where it's just verse by verse, and there's a word by word translation, and then the actual translation, and then the commentary. Which Prabhupada calls purport, he calls here commentary. So it's wonderful. It's allowed me to immediately start studying him. So that's been very, very powerful. So today we're going to do verse 31, and this is a continuation of Arjun feeling really despondent and really depressed, kind of like, because he doesn't want to. He's gone to the middle of the middle of the two armies, and he's looking at the opposing army, and he's like, I don't want to kill all of these people. I don't want to kill all of my teachers, because his teacher was there, Dronacharya was there, his cousin brothers were all there, like there were all kinds of people there. He's like, I don't want to kill them. And now I am, as I mentioned, I'm not going through the Swami Chinmayanand mission book because they are really being very negative about Arjun, and I think they're very highly disrespectful towards Arjun, and I don't want to go down that road at all. My respect for Arjun is very, very sky high, and so I will read the version from Swami Mukundananda as well. And I am very, very sensitive sensitive to any kind of Arjun bashing. So even the slight amount of Arjun bashing there, I'm a little bit sensitive to. But I'll bring it up, and then you can decide for yourself what you feel. So let's sing this one. This is the previous verse. Pramati vacha me manah निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव न च श्रेयो न पुष्यामि हत्वा स्वजनमाहवे. Okay. So this is again very weird. So because the Bhagavad Gita as it is mixed up the verse numbers. So we're going to do the last two sections from what they call verse 30, and then we're going to do the first two sections of what they call the verse 31, which is actually this verse that we just saw. So in the previous last two sections, he had said, I'm now unable to stand here any longer. I'm forgetting myself. My mind is reeling. Brahmativa cha me manaha. My mana is forgetting. Brahmati is forget. So now now we're saying the next line is the first section of this verse 31. Nimittani cha pashyami. Nimittani is causes. Also pashyami, I see causes, I see reasons, I see causes. And then viparitani keshava. Keshav is a name for Krishna, which means killer of the demon Keshi. So he's calling him Keshav. Viprit in Hindi is opposite. Vipritani, opposite. So I see causes, O Keshav, I see causes of opposite. I see causes of misfortune, meaning I see causes of misfortune. So I'm unable to stand here any longer. I'm forgetting myself. This was the previous one. I see only causes of misfortune. O Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon. I see causes only of the opposite. I see causes only of misfortune. And the next part, which is the first two sections here, Nacha Shreyo Napashyami Hatva Swajanam Ahave. Na is nor, Shreya good, Anupashyami do I foresee. Nor do I foresee any good. Nor do I foresee. Anupashyami, I do not foresee any good. Shreya, any good. Nor do I foresee any good. Hatya in Hindi is to kill, to murder. Hatva in Sanskrit, by killing Swajanam, my own kinsman. In this fight, ahave, in this fight. Nor do I foresee any good by killing my own kinsman in this fight. Or the way he translates it here, I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle. Right? And so now let's look at Swami Mukundananda's version of the Holy Bhagavad Gita.org. So he says, so he's merged 29 and 31, which makes sense to me. My whole body shudders. My hair is standing on end. We've covered all of this. My bow, the Gandhi, is slipping from my hand. The skin is burning all over. My mind is in quandary and whirling and confusion. I'm unable to hold myself steady any longer. O killer, O Krishna, killer of Keshi demon, I only see omens of misfortune. This is this verse here. O Krishna, killer of Keshi demon, I only see omens of misfortune. I do not foresee how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle. So in the commentary here, he said, he was here. Arjun had become so disillusioned that superstition started gripping him, and he could only see bad omens. Now this is I'm a little bit sensitive to this still. It is okay, it's way better than what Swami Chinmayananda wrote in his book, but this is still a little bit sensitive for me. Like I don't think Arjun had become disillusioned. Personally, I feel that if a human being is starting to fight with his family members for money and power, and that human being is not saying, I don't want this money and power, I do not want to kill my family members, my cousins, for money and power, if he does not have these feelings of compassion, then that person is not a good human being. I will go to that extent and say that. Like, if people are willing to kill their cousins and their teachers for money and power, then that is a bad person. And what Arjun is doing is he's being a good person by saying, I do not want to kill my cousins and my teachers and my family members for money and power. So Krishna is the one who explains later on about that you're doing this for the right thing and this is your dharma and all that. He goes into all of that, but that's a much later on conversation. But for any human being right in the beginning to say, yes, I do not want this, I do not want this at this cost, is a very natural and normal thing to do, and it's a very good thing. It shows compassion. It's a positive thing to do. That's what I believe. Okay, so we're done with verse 31 for today. Let's go to verse 32 tomorrow. Wish you a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.